Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Audio bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by Winamp. Subscribe to the Daily GizWiz and all your favorite podcasts with the ultimate media player. Download it for free at winamp.com. Video bandwidth for the Daily GizWiz is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com. It's time for the Daily GizWiz with Matt's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1257 for Tuesday, January 4th, 2011, the Korg nanoKONTROL.
And now, get ready for Dick.
Hey, it's Maddest Writer and the Giz Wiz. I don't want to mention my name because I happen to know the gadget today really sucks. On Turn the Table Tuesday.
Leon looks under his desk to find some crap to share. Dick says, let's fork away. It's turn the
Well, hello, Dickie D. Turn the Tables Tuesday. Once again, I get to take some piece of crap out from under the desk and show Moose and Squirrel. Hello, Moose. Hello, Squirrel.
Hey, Rocky.
Hey.
Natasha.
Actually, I wanted to show you this because we've been using it on the show for a while, and I don't know if you know it or not.
No.
Yeah, this is, you know, for a long time I was playing the jingles just by pressing a button. Remember how slow and inefficient that was?
Yes.
So
you
I
have a new slow, inefficient way.
I
right?
have a new slow and inefficient way.
Oh.
It's the Korg nanoKONTROL. Jammer B got me this. It's very inexpensive, but what's cool about
Wait a minute. What is your concept of inexpensive?
Oh, I think it's under $50.
Oh, that's inexpensive.
Yeah, relatively inexpensive anyway. And the idea is it's a USB device that you plug in to your laptop, and it'll work with pretty much anything, and it allows you to control and play the jingles by just pushing a button. It also has faders here to change the volume, and it's got additional buttons. And what you need is some software that works with this. So for a long time for the jingles, we've been using a program from Ambrosia, which is a sound effects player program from Ambrosia called Soundboard that we really like. So Jason got this for TNT because he wanted to play the special effects, the sound effects on TNT, and it's really cool. So with Soundboard, I can say I want to associate the press of a button or keyboard button to a sound effect on it. And so you tell Soundboard that, and then you say, okay, and this is the button, and you can pick any of these buttons. Now there's 9 rows or 9 columns of 2 rows each. There's 18 total buttons that I can associate, each of them with sound effects. But watch this. John created a little template.
Oh.
And this is what Jason uses for TNT. This is his template. We also have a template for the Daily GizWiz. So it's very easy. You know, here you press this. It said he's hanging it off these pegs here. Oh, thank you. Here's the Daily GizWiz jingles. And there's a Mac Break Weekly jingle, too. So you hang it off of here. And then all I have to do to play a jingle is press the button. There's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the Beatles, the letters, the Audible. Isn't that great? So it's a much easier way. I just have to have the software running on the Mac. And there's a lot of different programs that'll let you do this. It basically shows up as a keyboard, special key press on the and there's so many extra ones that nobody ever uses that you can absolutely control it. Now I haven't played with scenes and all of that stuff, but I think it's even more programmable. You know, as you get fancy with these buttons. Amazon's selling this is the Korg nanoKONTROL USB controller. Amazon sells this for $45.97. The list is $72. And if you have to play sound effects or, you know, have instantaneous playback of sounds, this is very handy. They also make a drum controller and a 25-key USB controller keyboard that gives you even more sounds, like a piano keyboard and a drum keyboard. But for us, for the sound effects, this is great, inexpensive, and effective. It's the Korg nanoKONTROL, and if I might, I will right now demonstrate it by pressing a button and playing a jingle. Watch. Watch. Yes, it's just as inefficient as before, but it looks a lot cooler.
Here come the letters, those lovely letters. Here come the Giz Wiz letters. Now,
Now, you remember last week?
Yes.
I mentioned-
Yes, I do remember last
Yes,
week.
you
It was like a Monday
dimly.
to a Friday.
It was actually last year, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah, last
Yes.
year.
Last year, I talked a little bit about the fact that I flew British Airways to Paris. And I want to say this. I don't hate British Airways, but there were a few things missing. There was no
The
Wi-Fi on the
wings, the engines.
No, I was flying business class, but there was no Wi-Fi on the plane. Maybe some other planes do, not this one. It was kind of an older configuration on a 747. And I think I mentioned to you that the food left a little bit desired.
Yes, yes.
I had a beef dish that where the beef had somehow turned into shoe leather. Very handy if you happen to be, needing to make some shoes on the flight, but not so tasty, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they objected to that? It almost sounds like an ad.
I got an email from Robert Boyle, Director of Strategy, British Airways.
Oh, my word.
He says, hello, Leo. I'm a big fan and regular listener to many of your podcasts. I am also Director of Strategy for British Airways, and I was terribly upset to hear your comments about your recent BA flight. See, we're going to name an airline BA. I think you got a problem right away.
Yeah. Well, BS would have been worse, but BA is not good either.
I'm
yeah.
so sorry you didn't like your meal, but it did seem rather harsh to pass judgment in the way you did on the whole airline on the basis of one dish. Well, actually, I flew both ways across the Atlantic. I had a couple of dishes, and they were all pretty bad. Was there something else about the service you are unhappy about? And is there anything we can do to make amends? I sent him a note. I said I didn't mean to be harsh. It was a perfectly nice flight, and the service was fine. Everybody was very nice. The attendants were very nice, and we had wonderful tea. The tea was good. Really, it was dark. It was rich. The cream was white. The sugar was sweet. It was fabulous. But look, I'm just comparing it maybe to Air France, to SAS, to Delta, to Lufthansa, to many. I've flown across the.
To the Wright brothers.
Anything, yes, anything. I'm going to Peru on LAN in a couple of months, and I'll let you know how that is. I didn't mean I forget that there's actually people listening to this show.
Yes.
So, Robert, I do
Well,
apologize.
that's new, but you have to take that into consideration.
He did say, he says, I've thought a few times about asking you to come and talk to the company about technology trends, but that's off. And to offer...
So he knows your work.
And to offer you a chance to get a look behind the scenes, since you obviously really enjoyed your visit to Ford. Ever fancy flying a 747? No, really. I think having me fly one of the planes is a bad idea. No, he says a simulator, of course, or seeing the technology at Terminal 5 that gets your bag from check-in counter to the aircraft, or anything else that interests you. So it was very nice. Thank you, Robert. And I apologize.
So that offer is still open.
I doubt it. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
I sent him an email.
Well, if they really, why don't you say you'll come out, but you want to cook?
Yes,
So
I'd
that
like to.
you can
I'd like to
show them.
cook.
You can show
I'd
them
like
what
to
a
cook some-
meal should be like.
Be honest, airline meals for years were terrible because they cook them in these heated ovens and I think they've gotten better, but it's not an easy thing to do. But I was just speaking my mind, so I do apologize, Robert, and I hope that you didn't take that too personally. I don't know, what can I say? Would you like a chocolate? I don't know what to say. So there we go.
think
However,
it's
I do have to say I have flown. I have not tried Virgin Atlantic, but Virgin America I have, and I love. And next time I fly to the UK, I'm going to go Virgin Atlantic, and I shall give you a report on the state of their beef tongue.
Excellent.
I feel terrible. Poor Robert. But that was just, that's honest.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to trash his airline.
No.
Anyway, that's that.
That was your letter.
That's the letter. I'm just reading that's the kind of fan mail I get.
I see why you depend on me a lot.
Dick. All right.
Jesus
You're so
stuff.
smart. Tomorrow it's your turn. I'll see you then, Dick.
I'll be here.
DAIL. It's the Daily Giz Wiz. It's the Daily Giz Wiz. It's the Daily Giz Wiz.
It makes its own gravy.
Yeah.